Hello, and a very pleasant good day to you wherever you may be. Welcome to this Cooperstown Bound episode where we are continuing our series of the top 10 players of all time by position. Today we're doing second baseman. Gabriel, take it away.
So second base is actually one of the weaker positions ever, but there's still some really good players that come from the second base position. So we are going to start off with number 10, and at number 10 is going to be Craig Biggio. Craig Biggio, he was basically most famous with the Houston Astros. He played from 1988 to 2007. In his career, he had a 281 average, a 796 OPS, 291 homers, 1,175 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer, a 7-time All-Star, a 4-time Gold Glove, and a 5-time Silver Slugger. So he was a good hitter and a good fielder, and he even played a little bit of catcher, and he's got a lot of speed too, so like the perfect guy you would want on your team. Now going with number 9 is Charlie Gehringer. Charlie Gehringer played from 1924 to 1942, I believe for the Detroit Tigers. He had a 320 career average with a 884 career OPS, and he had 184 homers, 1,427 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer. He won MVP. He was a 6-time All-Star, and he won a batting title one year. He's definitely one of the best hitmen of all time, and I believe he had an on-base percentage in his career of over 400, so that was very good. So Charlie Gehringer, number 9, and at number 8, we have Ryne Sandberg. Ryne Sandberg played from 1981 to 1987, most famous with the Chicago Cubs. He had a 285 career average with a 795 OPS, 282 homers, 1,061 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer. He won MVP one year. He's a 10-time All-Star, 9-time Gold Glover, 7-time Silver Slugger, and he won MLB Player of the Year one year. So he was definitely one of the best fielding second basemen of all time. And he also had pop in his bat, because I think the year he won MVP he had like 40 homers, which was rare for him, because he had a bunch of 15 to 20 homer years, and then he had a couple weird years with like 35 to 40 homers. So yeah, that's a little suspicious though. But yeah, Ryne Sandberg, number 8. And at number 7, we have Eddie Collins, our first basically dead ball era guy. On this list, Eddie Collins played from 1906 to 1930. In his career, he had a 333 batting average, an 853 OPS, 47 homers. Of course, he played in the dead ball era, 1,299 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer, and he was an MVP. He was like one of the best actual contact hitters of all time. He played forever, 25 seasons, and he's like in the top 10 in batting average, I'm pretty sure, with 333. So Eddie Collins at number 7. And at number 6, I have Rod Carew. Rod Carew, most known with the Minnesota Twins and the California Angels. Played from 1967 to 1985, and in his career he had a 328 career batting average, an 822 OPS, 92 homers, 1,015 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer. He won MVP. He won Rookie of the Year. He's an 18-time All-Star. He won 7 batting titles, and he's an MLB Player of the Year. He's one of the best contact hitters of all time. Much of these second basemen. And I believe one year he had like 388 or something crazy like that, and people were talking about if he was gonna hit 400 or not. So Rod Carew, great player, but he's number 6 because at number 5 is gonna be Roberto Alomar. Roberto Alomar played from 1988 to 2004. In his career, he had a 300 average with an 814 OPS, 210 homers, 1,134 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer, a 12-time All-Star, a 10-time Gold Glover, 4-time Silver Slugger. He won an ALCS MVP, and he won an All-Star Game MVP, so he definitely knew how to win MVPs in other games. And He was really most famous with the Toronto Blue Jays. I believe he won a couple of World Series with them. And yeah, Roberto Alomar, one of the best second basemen of all time, and he's number 5. And at number 4, this is where it starts getting really good. We're going to go with Nap Lajoie. Nap Lajoie, like a dead ball era guy. He played from 1896 to 1916, and he had a 338 career average, an 846 OPS, 82 homers, 1,599 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer. He won the Triple Crown one year, and he's a 3-time batting title winner. So Nap Lajoie, he hit over 400, I believe, a couple times. Yeah, he's just one of the best pure hitters of all time. And now we go to number 3, and it pains me to do it, but at number 3 it's Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson, of course, he's most famous for breaking the color barrier in Major League Baseball. He's number 42. In his career, he had a 311 average, an 883 OPS, 137 homers, 734 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer. He won an MVP back in 1949, and he won a Rookie of the Year back in 1947. And he's a 6-time All-Star, and he won a batting title. And he's probably one of the toughest players of all time. He even stole a bunch of bases, so he's just an all-around crazy good player. And I'm going to scoot this forward a little bit. And at number 2, we have Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan played from 1963 to 1984. And, of course, he played on the Big Red Machine, the Cincinnati Reds in the 70s, with Pete Rose and Johnny Bench and Tony Perez and all those guys. And in his career, he was a great player, 271 average and 819 OPS, 268 home runs, 1,133 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer, a 2-time MVP, a 10-time All-Star, a 5-time Gold Glover. He won a Silver Slugger. He won an All-Star Game MVP, and he's a 2-time MLB Player of the Year. Joe Morgan, of course, he's got that weird batting stance, but I guess he just really excelled with it. And now moving on to number 1, the best second baseman of all time. Pretty obvious when you narrow it down to him, and it's Rogers Hornsby. Rogers Hornsby, of course, one of the greatest hitters of all time. Played for the St. Louis Cardinals from 1915 to 1937. He had a 358 career batting average, which is second all-time, I believe, a 1010 OPS, 301 homers, 1,584 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer, a 2-time MVP. He won 2 Triple Crowns, and he's a 7-time batting title winner. Rogers Hornsby, of course, he hit over 400, I believe twice, maybe once. But he's one of the most feared hitters in baseball history, along with Babe Ruth and Mel Ott and Lou Gehrig of that time. And yeah, that's just our second baseman list. Hope you enjoyed it.
We know you'll agree to disagree with our list, and we welcome that. Please leave a comment below who you think is your top second baseman of all time, or if you have other entries that we may have left off the list. And know there's a lot of great players out there that didn't quite make our list. And of course, when Gabriel said that it pained him to put Jackie Robinson at number 3, we talked about Jackie Robinson extensively, and we just felt like it pained us to put him that low on the list. That, you know, what he did obviously went above and beyond so many things on the baseball field. But in terms of actual players, we felt Joe Morgan and Rogers Hornsby deserved to be 2 and 1. So we hope you've enjoyed this, and hope everyone is well out there and enjoying the start of your summers. And we'll come back soon with our top third baseman of all time. See you then.